Hello and welcome back, my body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy, and I'm still cleaning my glasses, but we are back on this episode 56 with a lot to cover today. We are live through YouTube on the Jesus Enrique Rosas channel, on X, on Kinesics, and on Rumble as well, the Jesus Enrique Rosas channel too. Remember that the easiest way to support my channel is to just like and subscribe. It's that simple. Just go hit the like button. This show should always be at 12 p.m. EST. Should be around 5 p.m. in London time. But it's going to be always at right? I think that's pretty much acceptable. And, of course, make sure that you subscribe to my email list. The link in the description of this video. And also, when you subscribe to my email list, you will be able to download my free 100 body language tips. Very, very concrete, very easily. Okay, glasses are ready. So we are ready to begin, I guess. Everything doing great. The only thing that is we were talking about with my members of my YouTube channel, and I told you that I was going to do something about the notifications, that the YouTube notifications don't work, never work. You know, they are totally arbitrary. So that's why I make sure to make the show at the exact same time every weekday. So you know that if it's 12 p.m. EST, my show is on. And for my members, you will find a link in the description of this video already for the after show. If you want to become a member, you can also find a link in the description to become a member of my channel, and you can access the ultra secret live streams, after shows for members only. Right now, I want to access my X Pro dashboard, just in case anything pops up, anything happens that I'm not aware. And before we begin, I want to just make sure that some of you want to become members. You want to become members, but let me see. All right, I'm going to paste that on my live chat and pin to this. Okay, so if you want to join us in our members only live chat, you just have to become a member. All right, so many good notifications, so many good friends here, good body language bodies in the comments. Let's make sure that I have everything ready. And one thing that I don't have ready yet. So most of those many times this show is up to the very last minute. It's up to the very last minute. So that's why I'm going to just make sure that I can read your Rumble comments as well. On Rumble, we have something goody. I don't know how to pronounce that. And Mr. 24/7 Hill. Oh, this. Oh my God. Oh my God. But well, I think we're ready to begin. And I have my X comments as well as here. Let me fix my screen. And as soon as I fix my screen, we're ready to begin. And so much to cover today. And remember that by the time this show ends, you will be able to download and listen to on Spotify maybe like 30 minutes after this show ends, and maybe 1 hour after that on Apple Podcasts, on Amazon Music, and on iHeartRadio as a podcast. So, all right, so nice. We are ready to begin. What are we going to begin today's show with? Well, we're going to begin with some memes, because why not? Well, yesterday was a tough day for Indians. Yesterday was a tough day for Indians. Indeed, it's something that, well, this is no joke. We shouldn't be joking about this. No, this is way too cruel. But no, really, it's something that well deserved. Well deserved in many ways. And we're going to be talking about Kamala and Castro as well today as a lot. Let me see what is the other thing. The other thing that we have about Castro is this one. This one, Castro is ripe for a Netflix docuseries thanks to Three Gun Gorilla and, of course, AI. You know, I have some things with AI. I want to say a couple things. I'm going to say a couple of things about AI now that we're starting the show. But first, I need to address something that happened this morning when I was drinking my coffee, and I opened my my X account, and I saw this, and I'm going to read a couple things so you understand my pain. You understand my pain about AI. Although this image, this is spot on. You see, it's a crossover. It's not a crossover. He's the actual son of Fidel Castro. You can see it for yourself. Who can deny that? Who can deny it? Is that I'm going to show you a couple things. You know that I am a big fan of AI in some ways and not a fan in others. And I'm going to read you a text to prove my point. I'm going to read you a text, and you tell me, you're going to listen carefully to what I'm about to read, and you tell me if if you notice something odd. Okay, this is a text. This is a text allegedly a human reply. A human pretends to have written this. You tell me. Sleep isn't simply powering down. It's quite the opposite. It's the body activating a highly sophisticated restoration program. Your brain needs substantial energy reserves to coordinate this, repairing DNA, clearing cellular waste, and rebuilding mitochondrial networks. That's okay, I guess. It's fascinating to observe this in other people. And a hyphen. Their reduced capacity for deep restorative sleep often stems from declining mitochondrial function. Okay, that's nice, but then there comes this part. Rather elegant how it all connects, isn't it? Though, unfortunately, it can become quite the vicious cycle. Poor sleep weakens mitochondria, which in turn makes quality sleep even more elusive. This was not written by a human. I mean, the first paragraph, okay-ish. A human could have written that. A bit bland, but okay. The second one, I'm gonna give it a pass. But the third one, reeks of synthetic. That reeks of ChatGPT. And reeks of ChatGPT. I'm going to tell you how I spot this kind of things. When the text starts, rather elegant how it all connects, isn't it? When it becomes with those gay rhetorical questions, that is ChatGPT. Only ChatGPT speaks like that, writes like that. An actual human being will not do that. It's that simple. Though, unfortunately, it can become quite the vicious cycle. No, that is pure ChatGPT. In that, I blocked that reply was not for me. And I blocked the guy. I despise the people, humans on X, that have automated replies and have this agents, these AIs, replying for them just for engagement. Just for engagement. This, it's like I was drinking my coffee and what is this? This reeks of, it's like I'm your Latino Rick Descartes. I can spot a replicant when I see one, and well, these are my words for you who use AI to farm engagement on X. I don't know which AI you used, and I don't know why are you in my replies. But what I do know is how to spot a synthetic text when I see one. And if you dare to smear my timeline with artificial slop for engagement, I will find you, block you, and shame you publicly. So, yeah, that's spot on. That's what we need to do. Like, this AI is good. This AI is bad because this AI is not pretending, oh yeah, this was made by the human. No, we know that it was wrong. It even has the signature on the lower right corner. We know that this was a meme created by an AI. That's okay. Okay, but that someone tries to insult our intelligence, trying to pass a witty remark as human, no. Yeah, by the way, Jamie sent me some screenshots of a Nigerian AI, yeah, because they are AI in Nigeria apparently, that was trying to pass as myself, and no, it lacked all the Ricky Ricardo, all the rich Corinthian leather stuff. No, it cannot do it. It cannot do it. At some point, I know that at some point an AI will be able to impersonate me. We will have to have some kind of code word or sentence or phrase to say, oh, this is the real Jesus. It's not an AI. But this is something that infuriates me. What else do we have here? Oh, nice things. Melania Trump signs whopping $40 million documentary deal with Amazon. You remember that Jeff Bezos made sure that the Washington Post that he has like in his hand, is under his control. He made sure to not endorse Kamala Harris back then, and he allowed many people from the Washington Post to just go away, which I'm sure that was part of the plan. With cameos from Barron and Donald, and yes, he's doubling down. Maybe he realized that the Rings of Power was going nowhere, so he wants to actually talk about power. So let's do this. Yeah, in my Cordoba, rich Corinthian leather. I should make a voiceover of, but nobody can beat Ricardo Montalban. And continuing with memes, Dre Fancer memes. Dr. Efancer, I don't know how to say his user. Dre Fancer memes. Donald J. Trump has been certified as the 47th president of the United States, and he published this. I don't know if I can play this with music. I'm going to do it with music anyway. There it goes. Yeah, that should be the actual celebration. Yeah, that should be the actual celebration. Oh, that is my favorite Star Trek movie, by the way, The Wrath of Khan. Wrath of Khan, by the way, has something very dear to my heart. It's not Ricardo Montalban. It's the first time ever that CGI, computer-generated imagery, was used in a movie. It was a sequence when you saw the planet was transforming, was being terraformed. All that sequence was the first time ever that actual CGI was used. Computer-generated imagery was used on a movie. Oh, I could talk about movies a lot. And Kamala. We need to talk about Kamala, of course. Why? Because this certification of Donald Trump as president was more viral than you can imagine. And you know that we were looking at that yesterday, and we just stood there waiting for it to happen, and we could see Kamala from the distance, but we couldn't see her up close. And we needed to look at her up close, and thanks to DC Drano, we have this. when you see their facial expressions up close, hey, I want to see their facial expressions. It's so much better. Hilarious edit by House and Habit, but I cannot show. I cannot show the. I cannot play the music itself. But I don't know if it's gonna trigger any copyright. But we can see that Kamala was that first. I say that that was one of the frames of that video, in which what can we see here? We can see the lip pressing, which the lip pressing is a very common signal that there is, let's say, there's an emotional reaction that the person is not that comfortable. We usually don't use or don't show the lip pressure when we are happy. She was definitely not comfortable. So we have a Kamala Harris and we have a Mike Johnson, and this video has already like 3 million views. Not the certification itself. No, this clip, this edit, was just exploded yesterday, and I was so laughing at this because why? I can see it in slow motion that Kamala was taking deep breaths. She was taking deep breaths. She was doing the let's say the diplomatic self-hand holding. That's okay. That is something that we should all learn. We all should learn that diplomatic self-hand holding. She was trying to take it, well, like a champ. She lowered her gaze as in, well, this is humiliating. But I don't know why. Because we are making history. We are making history because she has just become the first woman to certify her own defeat. That is great. She's the first one or something. She must be in the books because of that. She's going to be in the books because of that. We're going to be talking about this for, well, decades, if not centuries. And she has that. She's got that facial expression. She's got that facial expression that, oh my God, I jumped. She's got that facial expression that, oh, I hope that this ends up really, really quick. No, this is sad. This is sad. She was so, what is the word for that? Contrariada. She was so upset by this. I could say that her eyes were shiny. Like it was tough to watch. But you didn't have to do this, Kamala. You know that you didn't have to do this. You could have opted out when they say, hey, go for it. But no, you believe that you could do it. And she keeps pressing her lips. She keeps pressing her lips. Super perturbed, as JB says. And yeah, how the times have changed in Neo Mortal Girl as well. How times have changed and how things are going to change when you see Mike Johnson sitting down and you see that he's got that face. He's got that face. He's got that face, and it's like has that delighted. He's delighted. Maybe not. It's not duping delighted. It's delighted. Which we should say that. And he looks almost into the camera and he nods. And I think that you remember that meme of Robert Redford and that movie, and he is like sitting here and he nods to the camera, right? It's like the quintessential. It is the quintessential nodding meme. We have seen it so many times. Let me look for it because you remember that one. You remember that one. I mean, just in case, so we know what we're talking about. I'm going to insert this for reference, only for reference, because that is how we roll here. You remember this, right? I also did my own version. I did my own version. I don't want to be so self-absorbed. I'm going to show you my version. But you remember this one. We have a new nod reaction meme. This is Mike Johnson right there. That one. That's just perfect. That's just perfect, man. That's just perfect. Yeah, maybe his we don't know. I'm talking about the reaction. That reaction was just golden material, and Kamala was thinking maybe have okay, this is the actual one. This is the actual one. When the camera goes back to Mike Johnson, I know that so many of you love the Robert Redford one, but this was just reaction gold. We need to make a GIF or a GIF. How do you say that? GIF or GIF? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we need more of that. We need more of that reaction. That is the kind of things that we do here. We talk about a bit of a body language. We troll a bit when we have a good time. That is the idea of having a good time. And so many things happening in politics right now that we need to add any sort of levity to this news. Any sort of levity. And yeah, it's great when somebody says, Jesus, please give us that gift. Which one? The Mike Johnson gift? You want the Mike Johnson gift? Someone should have created that already. Someone should have created that already. This is very subtle. Here Kamala is, no. This reminds me of that of that Walking Dead. Of that Walking Dead meme. No. Oh no. No. Look at that face. No, this is you remember that Walking Dead meme, right? No. With Curl. Oh my God, I'm such a troll, but I can't help it. This is just yeah. She rehearsed to make sure that she could go through this. Yeah, no, it should be a very emotional thing. Maybe she went straight home to hit dog. Straight home to hit dog. Oh my God. Kamala Pelosi. Yeah, there's the script and the gags keep rolling. Sprung's power. You are right. Does Kamala have the same tailor as Kim Jong-un? We don't know, but what we do know is that for some reason in some pictures her suit looked green and in some burgundy. We are not going to enter that discussion, but, well, I'm just going to give you Mike Johnson one last time. That was golden, and this is what we got, but I would love to know what do you think about this in the comments. Let's see. Let's take a look at the live chat. You take a look at the live chat, and, well, you know, we have a good time here because we react live to all this stuff without any shame whatsoever. I think Trump is talking right now. I will wait until he stops his remarks, and then we can go and talk about Ed and talk about what he is saying. What we can do is that we can jump to talk about war. We'll talk about war. Why am I talking British right now? I don't know. But I think that we should jump straight into Mark Zuckerberg, the lizard. We should talk about the lizard. What happens with the lizard? Okay, so it is time to talk about the lizard, Mark Zuckerberg, that he wants business. It's not that he means business. You know, like that he's like a wind vein. I don't know what is he scheming, but now he's, there are gonna be no more fact checkers on Facebook or Instagram. Now you can share whatever you want, and we will have community notes such the same as X. No, this guy is trying to fool everybody into using Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp. He's trying to make everybody, especially Facebook and Instagram, that are becoming AI slob. AI slob. Again, I'm okay with a meme created here and there, but I'm not okay with AI stuff trying to be passed as something real or something that a person wrote. That is, I draw the line in there. And he is desperate. Here's a full video from Mark Zuckerberg announcing the end of censorship and misinformation policies. I highly recommend you watch all of it, as totally it is one of the biggest indications of elections have consequences I have ever seen. And we also have the report. Meta ends fact-checking on Facebook, Instagram in free speech pitch. Go F yourself, you lizard. Go F yourself. I am not going back to Facebook. I am not going back to Facebook. You suspended my Facebook page just because, well, I was sharing my opinions about Kamala Harris. You know that were the same opinions I was sharing here on YouTube, and my Facebook page with 80,000 subscribers was suspended without any way to what is the name of that? Reclamar. I couldn't make any kind of retort to that. So that's this is the video of him, appealing to Trump. Oh yeah, I'm going to behave nice. Maybe Mark will want to do also another documentary on Melania, but luckily Amazon already got that. Everyone, okay, you have to do two things: is to make sure that I have my preset and sound, because then we cannot hear what he says.
Hey everyone. I want to talk about something important today, because it's time to get back to our roots around free expression on Facebook and Instagram.
Your roots about free expression and in Facebook and Instagram. What? Yeah, I had 80,000 Facebook subscribers and suspended without any right to appeal. That was a word. Any right to. I had no right to appeal. So basically, my page was the rug was pulled under me, thanks to the lizard.
I started building social media to give people a voice. I gave a speech at Georgetown 5 years ago about the importance of protecting free expression, and
You're a hypocrite.
I still believe this today.
No, you don't.
But a lot has happened over the last several years.
Yeah, especially the elections, that you are fucked.
There's been widespread debate about potential harms from online content. Governments and legacy media have pushed to censor more and more.
No, wait a second. You, Mark Zuckerberg, you have collaborated with the government to censor people. And now you realize that your business is going down with the AI slob. And that everybody is realizing, and I will not, won't stop saying it. Do not use Facebook or Instagram. Do not use Facebook or Instagram. It's that simple. I won't stop saying that because you're a hypocrite and you just want the money. You're a wind vane. You're a hypocrite. You're a snake. Well, are snakes lizards? No, they're two different things. But well, you get the idea.
A lot of this is clearly political, but there's also a lot of legitimately bad stuff out there. Drugs, terrorism, child exploitation.
Oh yeah, all that is rampant in your platform. You haven't done anything to prevent that.
These are things that we take very seriously, and I want to make sure that we handle responsibly. So we built a lot of complex systems to moderate content. But the problem with complex systems is they make mistakes. Even if they accidentally censor just 1% of posts, that's millions of people.
Yeah, you tell me. You know that Meta had released AI influencers on Instagram and they shut them down in 2 hours. Those AI influencers didn't last even 2 hours. They had to shut them down because they were beginning to create crazy stuff. They don't know what to do to bring people back. Oh, let's sanitize this. No, sanitized AI is not gonna cut it. Pretending that you're not gonna censor people is not gonna cut it. Letting all this stuff right now, oh yeah, like we're gonna fix. No, that is not gonna cut it. Facebook is about to die a very slow and painful death, and I'm here for it. Good old Schadenfreude. Pleasure. Pure pleasure for me.
And we've reached a point where it's just too many mistakes and too much censorship.
All right. Oh, no, we are losing too much money. That is the actual word that he's saying.
The recent elections also feel like a cultural tipping point towards once again prioritizing speech. So we're going to get back to our roots and focus on reducing mistakes, simplifying our policies, and restoring free expression on our platforms.
You won't. And why do you do that thing with your mouth when you talk about what? What do you say?
Expression on our platforms.
Why do you do that with your mouth, Mark? Why did you do that with your mouth?
Expression on our platforms.
Oh yeah, because you don't mean it. Because you're scared. You're scared. I can smell your fear. I can smell your fear. Yeah, back to your roots of stealing people's passwords and all that
More
stuff.
Specifically, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to get rid of fact checkers and replace them with community notes, similar to X.
Okay, this is... I'm going to say this. At least the guy is upfront. We are going to copy X. We're going to copy X. It's that simple. Okay, he didn't tiptoe around the subject. Okay, I'm going to give him
Starting in the US. After Trump first got elected in 2016, the legacy media wrote nonstop about how misinformation was a threat to democracy. We tried in good faith to address those concerns without becoming the arbiters of truth.
Oh, you became the arbiter of truth.
But the fact checkers have just been too politically biased and have destroyed more trust than they've created.
What? And who hired those fact checkers in the first place, you moron? You chose them. Your woke company chose them. And now you realize, I just realized they don't work. Yeah, get fucked.
Especially in the US. So over the next couple of months, we're going to phase in a more comprehensive community notes system. Second, we're going to simplify our content policies and get rid of a bunch of restrictions on topics like immigration and gender that are just out of touch with mainstream discourse.
Yeah, you realized that since people actually want to talk about immigration and gender, and look how umbrella terms he spoke. He spoke in the umbrella terms, immigration and gender. Okay, he realizes that since people cannot talk about those topics on Facebook, we went anywhere else. And now he wants that people back. No. Screw you. Screw you, lizard. Mark Zuckerberg. No.
What started as a movement to be more inclusive has increasingly been used to shut down opinions and shut out people with different ideas, and it's gone too far.
No.
So I want to make sure that people can share their beliefs and experiences on our platforms.
No, we won't. Because we are not going back to that swamp.
Third, we're changing how we enforce our policies to reduce the mistakes that account for the vast majority of censorship on our platforms. We used to have filters that scanned for any policy violation. Now, we're going to focus those filters on tackling illegal and high-severity violations.
So you mean to tell me that you didn't have filters for illegal and high-severity violations? You're telling me that you didn't have those in the first place, right?
Focus those filters on tackling illegal and high-severity violations.
You're saying that yourself. You're saying that, we used to have filters for those common topics, but now we are going to for the hard stuff, the child molestation and all of that. Well, how do you have the guts to say this to a camera? I mean, I'm going to just enjoy watching Facebook go the way of MySpace. I'm going to just enjoy that in a way that I cannot describe. With my Chardonnay and in my couch, just watching Facebook burn to the ground, because it will, with all the AI slop, and they won't be able to do anything about that. And I will make sure that happens.
And for lower severity violations, we're going to rely on someone reporting an issue before we take action.
Okay, that someone is woke or not? Is that DEI hire? Oh yes, it's gonna be a DEI hire.
The problem is that the filters make mistakes, and they take down a lot of content that they shouldn't.
Notice that he says that the filters make mistakes. He doesn't say that our filters or we made mistakes filtering. No, the filters, like if the filters are some kind of people or something like that. No, that doesn't work like that. He wants to make it seem like some kind of filter, maybe coffee filter. Oh, you coffee filter, you are the one to blame for all this. Not me. I'm a nice lizard. I'm a nice lizard. Look at me with my fake skin.
So by dialing them back, we're going to dramatically reduce the amount of censorship on our platforms.
Okay.
We're also going to tune our content filters to require much higher confidence before taking down content. The reality is that this is a trade-off. It means we're going to catch less bad stuff, but we'll also reduce the number of innocent people's posts and accounts that we accidentally take down.
Can you define, Mark? Can you define what are innocent people? How do you define innocent people? That is interesting that you mentioned, you say those words. How do you define innocent people? People that just want to express their opinion on Facebook? It means that I can go to Facebook and say that there are only two genders, man and woman, XX and XY. Can I say that on Facebook? Am I innocent or am I guilty of something? Is that like a biological fact, or is that treated as an opinion? Will that make the Facebook hammer fall on me, or will I remain unscathed? I don't know. I would like to know. But I'm not going to test that myself. No.
Fourth, we're bringing back civic content. For a while, the community asked to see less politics because it was making people stressed. So we stopped recommending these posts. But it feels like we're in a new era now, and we're starting to get feedback that people want to see this content again. So we're going to start phasing this back into Facebook, Instagram, and Threads while working to keep the community.
Who is using Threads? Nobody is using Threads, Mark. Don't mention Threads. Nobody's using that shit. It's that simple. Stop mentioning Threads. It's something embarrassing.
Community is friendly and positive. Fifth, we're going to move our trust and safety and content moderation teams out of California, and our US-based content review is going to be based in Texas.
Why? I wonder why. Because you want to de-wokify your content moderation, department. You want to last blue hair whales on that? Maybe is that what you want? Well, so be it. You want to be closer to Joe Rogan, I guess. You want to feel more Republican. You're going to fire, or you want to do this. So all those blue hair whales on California that are just destroying, well done, by the way, your app, your platform from the inside, say, I'm going to quit. The same thing that Jeff Bezos did with the Washington Post. It's the same strategy. Oh, I'm not going to move to Texas. That is blah, 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 blah. I'm going to prefer to blah, 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 blah. That's as simple as. Simple as.
As we work to promote free expression, I think that it will help us build trust to do this work in places where there is less concern about the bias of our teams. Finally, we're going to work with President Trump to push back on governments around the world that are going after American companies and pushing to censor more. The US has the strongest constitutional protections for free expression in the world. Europe has an ever-increasing number of laws institutionalizing censorship and making it difficult to build anything innovative there. Latin American countries have secret courts that can order companies to quietly take things down. China has censored our apps from even working in the country. The only way that we can push back on this global trend is with the support of the US government.
Now you're licking Trump's boots.
And that's why it's been so difficult over the past 4 years when even the US government has pushed for censorship.
How dare you, Mark? How stab Biden and Kamala in the back like that? How dare you? This guy is such a snake. This guy, who's going to believe his word? He's stabbing Biden and Kamala in the back. No, this is way too much. This is way too much. No, even for the lizard.
By going after us and other American companies, it has emboldened other governments to go even further. But now we have the opportunity to restore free expression, and I am excited to take it. It'll take time to get this right, and these are complex systems. They're never going to be perfect.
No, they are never going to be perfect. You are right in that. The complex systems can never be perfect, and you're constantly improving them. But if you improve them to censor people, to F people, to suspend people without warning and without right to appeal, then this is what happens. This is what happens. So I hope that the Trump administration tells you to literally get fucked, Mark. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do.
There's also a lot of illegal stuff that we still need to work very hard to remove. But the bottom line is that after...
So we are not going to remove the illegal stuff. The child molestation stuff was going to stay there because, it's just too hard. It's too hard to remove.
Is that after years of having our content moderation work focus primarily on removing content, it is time to focus on reducing mistakes, simplifying our systems, and getting back to our roots about giving people voice.
What? This Nigel is impressive.
I'm looking forward to this next chapter. Stay good out there, and more to come soon.
No chapter. The chapter is that we're going to close the Facebook on you, Mark. No chapters left. Time to move on. Goodbye. But I would like to know what do you think about this in the comments. So let me take a look at your lovely live chat. And I have to thank you that the chat has been so civil and so polite. I am not going to apologize for the cursing. I am sorry. I need to say this because these people believe because, we have a platform. We have a platform that, Trump could use. Zuckerberg realized way too late that Trump was using TikTok in a very successful way, and Generation Z, which platform is Generation Z using? Which platforms are Generation Z? They're using TikTok and Instagram. And what is going on with Instagram? Instagram can get really boring really quickly. That's one of the things, unless you, of course, program. But Instagram is not optimized for Reels. The vertical video. But TikTok is the essence of TikTok is vertical video. That is the essence of the platform. So TikTok is optimized around creating. That is the most important thing, right? The way that you can create, and you can. This is not an advertisement for TikTok. I still have a TikTok account because TikTok makes it literally impossible to delete your accounts just in case. If you create a TikTok account, TikTok will make sure that you cannot delete your account. I have tried, and I haven't been able to. But I think that Mark noticed this. Okay, we are going the way of the dodo. He realizes he was expecting, still expects that his tests with virtual reality, have glasses for virtual reality that he wants to have this virtual reality in which you do everything in virtual reality, that you are connected to the matrix. He wants it to make to go mainstream. Maybe at some, do you think that we at some point we will be using only glasses instead of iPhones or phones? I don't know. I have my doubts because one thing about phones that you cannot do with glasses is that you can literally put your phones away. Again, you can carry your phone with you. You can carry your phone with you in your purse or in your jacket or something. You don't have to be wearing it all the time. And what if you don't want to wear your phone? I don't want. Maybe people don't want to wear glasses, or maybe they don't wear glasses. Why would I have to wear glasses to be able to interact with apps? And the app interaction, we have to be literally like text. Oh no. That is going to be a bit. I don't think that's gonna stick. Thank you, Adriana. Thank you, Adriana, for your super chat. And Adriana is also one of our members. If you want to become a member to attend, to be able to join the members only live stream after this show, make sure to go to the link in the description of this video or in the live chat, and you can become a member. You can become a member. If Elon bought a YouTube, it would change the world. Elon wants to make X. He wants to turn X into a video destination. He wants to make X like a TV app and be able to watch videos in there. The big problem that Elon has to solve with X is searching. This is something that you need to understand. YouTube is not really, when you look at the grand scheme of things, YouTube is not really a video site, a video repository. YouTube is still a search engine, but it searches content inside videos that are hosted on the platform. That's why Google paid, how much did Google pay back in the day? It was a lot of, it was billions, right? I don't remember how many billions, so now 1 billion, something like that. It was a lot of money because they realized that YouTube had the potential to grow and people was doing all these videos back in the day. And they realized, well, at some point, people will want to search within those videos. So YouTube is actually a search engine which hosts videos, and that's why you can find, for example, my videos, or you can find any tutorial you need. That's what X doesn't have. That's what X doesn't have. And since X is primarily a text platform, that is the issue that you are conditioning. You're always conditioning people, or you're priming people into some kind of context. That's why Instagram grows, has grown a lot. Instagram is really popular, but Instagram has always wanted to be a jack of all trades. And exactly as Facebook, you become so complex at some point that, you have to scale back. That is one of the benefits of TikTok. That is simple. That's just vertical videos and just scroll. There's just only one thing to do. Vertical videos. There's no text. There's no images. Just vertical videos. It can be up to 10 minutes long. But if you watch 10 minutes of vertical video, you have issues. You have issues. Because we naturally we should prefer horizontal videos. That's something that we sometimes take for granted, but horizontal videos are way more comfortable. So we have a couple more topics here. Let me see which one of the two. Let me see which one of the two. Where's my water? My bottle of water. Jack of all trades and master of none. Correct, Jack Cartier. So we have to talk about the UK and the kind of things that you don't know if this is on purpose. We need to talk about the UK a couple of things. Wait a second. Make sure that I am at the top of my X Pro dashboard. Who needs AI though? Neo Mortal Girl. AI can be very useful for many things. Very useful for many things. For checking, for example, grammar, I use it to check my style, grammar. Oh, is this expression correct? And look for synonyms, and it can be for memes is very good. Samantha, you hadn't hit like. Oh right, the Neo Mortal Girl. If you're an artist, yes, that is a big issue. I am 100% with you. As an artist, it's something that is disheartening, seeing how people are using AI to literally steal the style of artists. Like you can say, hey, create this image in the style of said artist, and they can just do that and use that without copyright, without any issues for their own products. That is basically stealing a style. Okay, so well, Neo Mortal Girl, that's another thing, allowing them to dumb down humanity. That is something that we cannot stop. We cannot stop AI. It cannot be stopped, but we can try to adapt to what is going on. It is not something that we can stop. I ran the numbers. The AI vids are out of control. YouTube is recommending me way too many. Star Wars, but with AI. Oh, the Terminator with AI. And once you have seen a couple of those, okay, yeah, but what is the point? It becomes boring after some time. I can see in 5 years it have been more polished, but then imagine that you're an actor, for example, and you have sign a contract with a company to make a movie, and you release this movie, and all of a sudden people begin to do their own versions of the movie with AI, because anybody would be able to do their own versions of movies with AI. That would be catastrophic for the industry. That is something that we don't know how it's going to, where are we in terms of art and creation and creativity. Where are we going? And speaking of AI, there was this horrendous, we're talking about TikTok as well, this horrendous ad published by the Labour Party in the UK. I'm not going to play the music to not get into trouble with copyright reasons, but it has to say, what we are going to say has to do with copyright and with the music, but bear with me with this. Of course, this was generated with AI. I'm going to just play it. And are these animals? You feel safer with more police on the beat. And has a bulldog. This is just terrible. You'll be seen sooner by our NHS. And better rail services by bringing railways back into public control. This is this is nightmare fuel. This is nightmare fuel. Whoever came up with the idea of this should be fired. And we're just talking about the images. We haven't talked about the music. And the music. Children ready to learn with funded breakfast clubs. No, and can you focus on protecting the children from the grooming gangs for a start? That would be much better. That would be much better. And what else is this? And it's that pathetic slow motion. Bill payers are protected with secure homegrown energy, and puts oh my God, a wind those wind turbines, which it's the worst kind. It's the worst kind of electricity generation. And I don't know what is a porcupine. Decent, affordable homes for you and your family. Again, if you are disturbed by these images, I was too. It's so obviously synthetic. It's so obviously fake. It's so obviously forced. And again, it's like they wanted, let's use AI. It's cheap. It's really cheap. Instead of doing, a proper thing, a proper production. Even with the stock footage, they could have been better. But no, let's put animals in our workers so people can get identified. You see, that's UK labor. But what's going on with this? Well, it so happens that the soundtrack to the advert the official Labour TikTok account put out yesterday contains graphic lyrics describing men getting young girls addicted to drugs so they can F them. This video that you just saw, that I cannot play the music for copyright reasons. I cannot even play the music for the content itself. Okay, this is I'm going to just read part of that. I'm going to read part of that, but I guess that you can already have an idea. If somebody put this on on an ad for labor, with all that is happening with the grooming gangs, how do you think we can trust these people? Anybody in the UK can trust these people. Pay attention that the thing is crazy. The original music was in Portuguese. That's my understanding. Maybe Brazilian Portuguese or Brazilian Portuguese. And this is the translation to English. Pay attention that the thing is crazy. Lock you, but bouncing naughty. Sit down, evil, bounce evil. Locks on the tip of the rhymes with lock, and does not stop. Go sit on my clown, high sit on the clown. Go sit on my clown, high sit on my clown. In that mood, only a fierce chorus. He called me forbidden because I get addicted fast. Perfect combination is sex, beer, and weed. The young ones got addicted. Everyone is enjoying the wave. And then the chorus at the end says, just punch in the vajayjay of the young lady. And it repeats that over and over again. It repeats that over and over again. I mean, whoever did this monstrosity, couldn't they at least check the music, or it was on purpose? What do you think? Could that have been on purpose? Do you think that it was an accident? What a coincidence that the music that labor uses for an ad, a horrible ad, this is no shedding ad, disgusting ad, basically endorses what is happening with the grooming gangs in the UK. It's this is disgusting in so many levels that I cannot count. This is disgusting in so many levels that I cannot count. So I always tell you that one can, well, give the benefit of the doubt. Maybe people are either actually evil or they are actually stupid. You have to pick. You have to pick that. You are either evil or stupid. Okay? Maybe a combination of both. You can be both. You can be both. But in this case, let's say that we have to pick one. What do you think was that? What do you think was that? Which one? Because in principle, just looking at this is ugly, is disturbing. Is disturbing. As so many of you were saying, as a Neo Mortar Girl was saying, yeah, AI has no soul, has no spirit. This is ugly. There are instances in which you could use memes, but this is completely, I don't know what to put this. This very much represents the Labour Party in so many ways that I cannot count. But I would want to know, what do you think about this in the comments? And it's the kind of stuff that we are seeing right now. Yeah, it seems deliberate. It seems deliberate. It seems deliberate in so many ways. Let me make sure that we are moving. We are moving at the right pace. If we are moving at the right pace, because we have some other topics to cover. Let me see how many topics we can cover today. And there's another topic about the UK, and it has to do, of course, with the same topic. And it has to do with all this scandal that is perhaps the greatest scandal in the history of the UK. Wait a second, I just have to generate the subtitles, make sure that they generated so you can read comfortably. Okay, we are almost ready to begin with the next topic. Okay. So, what happens here? I'm going to mention, let's see, just I want to mention something that is important as well, another topic regarding to the UK and this scandal. And this scandal has to do with Nigel Farage and Tommy Robinson. You know that Nigel is trying to distance himself from Tommy Robinson. And I'm not going to lie, I was kind of supporting Nigel at some point. And there are a couple of things here that I disagree with him. But I'm going to let him do the talking. And then let's say if you can spot the flaw in reasoning, because he's doing something in bad faith about this, because it's something to disagree. Maybe you don't agree with Tommy Robinson. I've always said that everybody has flaws. Every single one of us has flaws. And Tommy Robinson can have flaws as well. But what Nigel Farage did here, you got about, let's hear. Ben Habib says, it is utterly deplorable that Nigel Farage should accuse Tommy Robinson of violence against women, especially given the current furor over gang rape gangs. Tommy Robinson may have many flaws I don't know and cannot comment, but he has been at the forefront of calling out those gangs. And what did Nigel say? He said this.
And interestingly, despite what Elon said when he woke up the other morning, that I was no good or whatever, I mean,
Elon Musk said that Nigel Farage was no good. And, you can imagine that Farage was not okay with that statement.
I'm sure he's
not the man to lead the party.
He's not alone with that opinion, clearly. But, and then yesterday, he retweeted me twice with positive messages. So I don't know.
You catching up with him later this month?
Yes.
How long are you going over for the inauguration?
I'll be over for a good sort of 4 or 5 days. And, of course, look, I have no desire to go to war with Elon Musk, and I'm not going to, and I haven't done. I'm a huge admirer of him. I think he's a heroic figure. I think the sort of tech changes that he's bringing to the world are incredible. I think buying Twitter actually has brought a lot of free speech back, even if some people don't like what's being said. Well,
okay, he's trying to sugarcoat. He's trying to, he seems that he doesn't want to be in bad terms with Elon Musk. And, as Peter Thiel says, you never bet against Elon Musk. I'm sure that Nigel Farage knows that for whatever aspirations he wants as a politician, he wants to align with the people who, I'm not going to say control the target, because Elon Musk is entitled to his opinion. And we already knew with the H-1B that he can be quite passionate about topics, and then he can walk back some of the stuff that he says. But I found this a bit disingenuous. I'm okay that Elon Musk was having an opinion about me. It's like, I don't know. Are you afraid of going against Elon Musk's opinion? Oh, because the opinion is about Tommy Robinson, which at the same time, I mentioned that Piers Morgan was defending Nigel's stance that Tommy Robinson was literally no good. And that is the thing that that's part of the flaw. I don't want to spoil this, but you need to listen to the rest.
Tough. There is no way I'm going to fall out. But equally, Nick, I wasn't going to be moved. This Tommy Robinson character, who some see as a hero.
Notice that he talks about Tommy Robinson in a way that to really separate himself from him. This Tommy Robinson character is a bit of a kind of dehumanizing him. He's a character. He's not even a human. He doesn't just say Tommy Robinson, but says this Tommy Robinson character. That is important.
Who some see as a hero. And all right, he's talked about grooming gangs and other things, although he's hardly been on his own on that, has he? I mean, I was first being condemned in 2012 for daring to talk about it.
So he says that, okay, Tommy Robinson has talked about the grooming gangs, but then he says that he has been talking about that, Farage, since 2012. So two things can be true at the same time. So what is the problem? We still don't see the problem. So let's keep listening.
In 2002.
Yeah, no, she was. I mean, she is the heroine. She's the heroine of all of this. Yeah. As indeed, to be fair, Andrew Norfolk, who was writing for the Times. And Sue Reed on the Mail. There were some very brave figures early on, But when figures like myself as party leaders dared pop their head over the parapet, we were smashed back down very, very quickly.
Yeah, because, the problem here is that none of these politicians, Farage included, none of them want to be called an Islamophobe. That is the center of this stuff. That is the center of what is going on, which is the most relevant thing here. They're distancing themselves. They make sure to distance themselves from Tommy Robinson because they don't want to be seen as Islamophobes. It's that simple.
Robinson's talked about this, but he has a criminal record, a list as long as your arm.
This is what I have a problem with. Robinson has talked about this, but he has a criminal record. I sometimes do the example with Hugo Chavez, the one who destroyed my country. If Hugo Chavez said that if you throw a rock into the air, the rock is going to fall back to earth, thanks to the laws of gravity that we were discussing the other day, he would be right. He would be an asshole, but he would be right. And not because it's Hugo Chavez, and I despise Hugo Chavez and his memory and what he did, he wouldn't be right either. So I don't know what is the false argument here. Oh, he's a criminal. Tommy Robinson is a criminal. My question is, was he right or not about the grooming gangs? That is the real question here. So again, all those, and I mean every single one of these politicians, and some of them non-politicians like Piers Morgan, none of them want to be seen as Islamophobes. That is as simple as that. And that's the reaction. That's why Nigel Farage's reaction to Tommy Robinson. That's why he talks that's why he makes those false arguments. And it's incredible that somebody with the gift of gab, the silver tongue, silver tongue is the way that you say that. You have a very easy way of speaking and debating and all this stuff. You try to put all those false arguments, those nonsensical arguments.
So, Robinson's talked about this, but he has a criminal record.
Robinson has talked about this, but he has a criminal record. If somebody with a criminal record states that if you throw a rock and the rock falls back into earth because of gravity, does that make the statement false? No. It doesn't have anything to do with that. So Farage is making sure to state the criminal record again and again and again and again to somehow neutralize the figure of Tommy Robinson. Again, Tommy Robinson can have flaws. Again, I don't know the full story about Tommy Robinson, but if Tommy Robinson brought awareness about the atrocities happening in the UK, then you might at least acknowledge that the guy did that and say, okay, we agree on something. As if Hugo Chavez says something that I agree with, then I would say, well, I couldn't believe this, but I agree with him. As so many things have happened with politicians that I despise, but I say, well, what he said just made sense. Because that is actual discussion. Okay, let's start from the thing that we agree on. But no, this is the real reason why these politicians are terrified of being remotely related to people like Tommy Robinson. Again, there are no flawless actors in this game or this play. It's very important to understand that sometimes somebody who is a flawed man or has a criminal record or something that you despise can say things that make sense, and you say, well, I agree with him and this stuff. I certainly wish that men in the UK were less afraid to what is the word for this? Less afraid to offend. I know that I was watching this channel, Trigonometry, the Konstantin Kisin channel, and he was interviewing Stephen Fry, and Stephen Fry was saying that, well, that gentlemen don't like to offend people in general. Gentlemen don't like to offend people. That is the problem. That's happening in the UK. There's so many men that don't want to offend. Hi, I don't want to be offensive. That is the problem. This is one of the greatest issues in the UK. Men don't want to act from the fear they don't want to offend. Oh, I don't want to offend. I don't want to offend these minorities. I don't want to offend these people. I don't want to offend this and such. Sometimes you need to offend. Sometimes you need to offend people. And sometimes people need to be offended. Because that is the only way, maybe that is the only way that they can understand. Maybe you have used every single word, every single statement, every single technique, argument in your arsenal, and it hasn't worked. By the way, now that we talk about arsenal, so one of the things that I see about the UK, I have to call this out. It's like it's the weekend, and you see that grooming gangs or related topics have like 75,000 posts trending on X. But football has close to 500,000 posts trending. So maybe that is one of the issues. Like people really are not interested. Oh, football is more important than whatever is happening. And you know that so many men are just neutralized because of that. But I would like to know what do you think about this in the comments. So many of you want gentlemen back. So many of you want gentlemen back. I agree. Make a gentleman great again. Wait a second. Okay, precisely to further my point, I'm going to show you something that reinforces what I was telling you, so you understand the scope of this. I just caught this on my X Pro. Look at this. Sue Speaks Up was saying, but yet you argued with Tommy Robinson when he was telling you what was happening. You decided to try and take the moral high ground by calling him racist. And Piers Morgan says, no, I said he was Islamophobic, which he is. That's why I tell you that Piers Morgan is a snake. He's more interested in not be seen as a Islamophobic than to call out what is actually going on in the UK. And most important, he wants to distance himself from Tommy Robinson. And I don't know why can't you just say, right, we disagree in many things. I am a flawed man as he could be, but we agree that this was a monstrosity. Is that so hard to say? Is that so hard to say? It seems that it's hard to say that, which I really don't get it. I really don't get why it's so hard to express that way. Well, let's try to let's try to talk about, let's say, a lighter topic. Let's try to go for a lighter topic and say this. What is a lighter topic? Well, the lighter topic, when it comes to lighter topic, nothing beats a certain duchess that is in trouble right now. We need to talk about the duchess. We need to talk briefly about Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sausages, which, it is in trouble. Sources say, I haven't been able to confirm those. I don't want to, claim any more things because I was wrong that she had canceled her cooking show. It turns out we will have the cooking show on January 15. But the backlash, she's not agreeing with the backlash. She is unhappy with the backlash. And then we have Radar Online, which is so close to US Weekly and People Magazine, to be and Newsweek as well, to be the shields of the Duke and Duchess of Sausages. But in this case, it seems that the tide is turning. There's like maybe the elections as well, maybe Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, and now Radar Online, all of them just been having a different direction, because it turns out that Radar Online has begun to attack Meghan. Meghan Markle has been accused by fans of ripping off various cooking shows to make her new Netflix series and copying Kate Middleton's Catherine, A Love of Beekeeping. Click to read more. And that more, well, you have this, and having the side of Radar. Does Meghan have any original ideas ever? Fans slammed Duchess for stealing concepts for a new cooking show and piggybacking on Catherine's love of bees. So it seems that the media is catching up, right? On what we have been calling out for months. And I told you that, yeah, it in my case, it all dates back to March 2021, and the funny thing is that I was like Thanos back then. I don't even know who you are. Oh, Jesus, can you analyze? I remember on Twitter that somebody asked, can you analyze this too in this interview? It was the teaser of the Oprah interview. But now Meghan Markle has been accused of ripping off various cooking shows to make her Netflix series. Radar Online can reveal eagle-eyed viewers have noticed many similarities to rival formats from her recently launched trailer, while others have claimed she's also piggybacked of Catherine, Princess of Wales' interest in beekeeping. In the promo for With Love, Meghan, the Duchess hosts celebrity chefs and famous friends, including Mindy Kaling and Abigail Spencer, as she prepares a range of perfectly presented dishes to a soundtrack of the Loving Spoonful's Do You Believe in Magic? You remember that I had to remove the music because of, for YouTube, that doesn't allow you to even put some kind of, you are playing a trailer, and sometimes you cannot even play the trailer without music because you get a copyright claim. I have gotten a lot of them from Disney. I try to play things without sound, but if I play more than 5 seconds consecutively without sound, Disney is still hits my channel. In one clip from the kitchen of the rented 5 million reality TV Montecito mansion where the show is set, no, because this is not her house either, Meghan, who tells viewers she will share some little tips and tricks, makes a ladybug-themed appetizer. However, viewers noted that recipes for the dish have been around since 2015 on dozens of food blogs and Pinterest pages. Well, I couldn't blame Meghan on this, because if you're going to make a cooking show, how much cooking information we have? ChatGPT can cook better than me. You can go for any tutorial on YouTube. There's so many cooking channels. I've said that I have to launch my own cooking show, like Cooking with a Kilt or Kilt Kitchen. I just put on a kilt and begin cooking, I don't know, sandwiches or something like that. I'm sure I could do well. I could do well. Cooking with a kilt. And I'm with bagpipes, some background and stuff. Maybe that is a good idea, but I would be a small channel. She wants to go big time with something that has been done in so many ways. And perhaps the best format for that is a competition. We'd like to see a master chef. What's the other? The other is there's master chef. There's other very famous cooking competition on the TV. Has to do with the knife of cutting. I don't remember the name, but there's another very famous competition, but not somebody just hanging out with friends. That is boring. That is boring. You remember the name of the other cooking competition show, which is not MasterChef? Regarding Megan's newfound interest in beekeeping, fans claim it sounds all too familiar given that the Princess of Wales was photographed happily. Iron Chef! Oh my God, Jan Cartier, you're the best. Iron Chef, that one. That is awesome, by the way. I watched that, and it's great. They also featured in the U.S. lifestyle magazine First for Women in 2018 and the popular TikTok account Home Cooks World in 2023. Again, how can you get creative? It cannot be about the food. If you're gonna do a show, you have to do something. You need to have an edge that no other show of its category has. So it's not like you can be the best in the world. You have to have a little something. Okay, you cannot cook better than let's name a famous cook. There's a Iron Kilt. Iron Kilt could be the let's for example, who's the best chef that you can think of? Is that I remember Gordon Ramsay. You have Gordon Ramsay because Gordon Ramsay has this amazing personality. He brings his personality, not only his cooking abilities, which are amazing, but you also have the personality. You have something to that. It's like I think it was this other guy. It's like Jamie Oliver. Jamie Oliver did a lot with. I remember it was like cooking a whole lunch in 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Okay, let's do something really quick. That was his stick, right? I remember that he was okay. Maybe you don't have time to cut your salad. He just ripped it away with his hands. That is the way that he did. You need something to stand out. You cannot pretend to be all astroturf and pretend that this is going to be good. No, you need a little something. It's like that Paris Hilton cooking show, as she was. I always mention that it was all about the glamour, and she'll do a show showing how she actually likes it for her household, not according to someone else's recipe. Yeah, but at the same time, J.E.M., how many shows are like that? What is the edge that she would have? What is the edge? Bobby Flay, Kid Floyd, Jamie Oliver is a bore. Can't stand him. Well, I remember Jamie for many years ago. Maybe he has changed. I don't know. But that is the stuff. That is the thing that we realize with the Duchess and her show. For example, I forgot to turn on my lights. Oh my God, what unprofessional! I've been doing my show without my background lights. Let me turn them on. There it is. That is the one that matches my type. Is that you need something to stand out. It's not like, oh, I'm here and Megan, I'm going to be, they're going to watch me because this is me. No, it's like my show. It's like the Jesus Enrique Rosa show. You're here for the accent. You're here for the humor. You're here for the perfectly timed F words. You're here for the takes. You're here for the body language. You're here for many things that I put a lot of work to, well, differentiate myself from any other talking head host. And there are many very good out there. And I'm just trying to be myself, trying to be spontaneous, and try to be authentic and have some credibility. Yeah, look, I'm cute. That doesn't cut it. That doesn't cut it. That is not enough. That is not enough. So, again, I would love to know what you think about this, about Megan's trying to break out. And make no mistake, I will watch that show so you don't have to. Don't give Netflix the clicks and the minutes. Don't bring Netflix the clicks, but let's see. You are here for the ties, Gru Crow. You're here for the ties. Today is the man with the golden tie. The man with the golden tie. Let me see what other topic we have. Today we have let me see. I think we have time for one more topic. I think one more in the chamber. Twin Star Galactica knows how this works. Twin Star Galactica will watch her show through me. I'm going to be your filter. Oh, Alicia, waiting for your videos on the Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni case. Oh my God, I need to bring that. So many of you have asked for that topic. I've been all over the place. Oh my God, I have it in my notes. I have it in my notes, yeah. Right here in front of me. I'm going to make sure that I do it for tomorrow's show. Report says she rejected 17 cakes before she accepted one for her shop to decorate. It wouldn't be surprised. Megan thinks that she's the Stanley Kubrick of Netflix shows. Stanley Kubrick, like 72 takes. Oh yeah, this is the cake. This is the cake. But someday I have to make a show about Stanley Kubrick, and a show about Quentin Tarantino, and a show about David Fincher, and a show about which is this guy. This director that I love that always forget his name. Always forget his name. Why? Edgar Wright. I love his movies. I really love Edgar Wright movies. For some reason, I always forget. I have a hard time, the hardest time, remembering his name. Edgar Wright. The Cornetto trilogy is one of my favorite trilogies, by the way. After the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which is the greatest trilogy in the history of humankind. What is my favorite American movie? Oh my God, Melina. My favorite movie ever, you could say it's American, is Inception. Of course, Inception has a lot to do with what I study. How do you insert an idea on people without people knowing? Inception is my favorite movie of all time. We could be talking about movies, well, for hours, which is my other director that I remember. I was thinking of Cameron Crowe today. It's not that they are. You remember Jerry Maguire, Vanilla Sky. Vanilla Sky was based on a Spanish movie, by the way. Abre los ojos and Almost Famous with Kate Hudson. We could talk about hours for hours and about movies. I really love movies. But let's say that there was this hard cutoff in 2014, and after 2014, well, so hard to say that I love movies. Yeah, that movie was good. Afterwards, I watched the original, Abre los ojos. You see what else? Maybe we can chat a bit. Oh, Lina, watch Abre los ojos. Remember that if you want to attend the members only live stream, which is gonna be in less than 1 hour, make sure to become a member going to the link in the description or in the live chat. And for you, my lovely members, don't expect a notification from YouTube, because YouTube notifications will always be broken. You already have the link to the members only live stream in the description of this live. So there's no excuse. I see there are many members right now. And yeah, Interstellar is one of my favorite movies, by the way. So many people, oh, that movie, but no, this is one of my favorite movies. Maybe one of my favorite movies, hands down. Hands down. Let me see what are in the news. I'm gonna check the news to see if oh, this is nice. I'm going to, for my Canadian, so many of you, my Canadian friends, I should talk about Canada. Should talk about Canada. I should talk about Canada, and I have a thread that is very insightful of what is on the Okay, I'm going to read this. I think that this is important. I'm going to read this directly from the thread itself. I'm going to go for, let's see, here. And let's talk about Canada briefly. So let's talk about Canada briefly, because Justin Trudeau resigning is just the tip of the iceberg, and he has other plans. They are still not free from the tyrant. They are still not free, and thanks to J.E. May, Duchess Marmalade, who brought this to my attention, a thread by Julius Ruchel. And nothing about Canada's dysfunctional parliamentary system makes a shred of sense. This is crazy. I'm going to try to give you an insight into how can we try to understand what is going on with Canada and what are the actual plans of Trudeau. Because you know that tyrants don't go away just like that. It never happens. I'm still hoping that we have change for Venezuela this year, actual change. But seeing what is going on with Canada, it looks like he's resigning. Well, it is way more complicated. Julius Ruchel, make sure to follow Julius for Canada stuff on X. And he, has this amazing thread. Number one, Trudeau resigned yesterday and shut down Parliament. So now we effectively have a kind of custodial government for the next few months. run by Trudeau. So it's pretty much the same. That's going to be going to last 4 months. I don't know what kind of resigning is this, but bear with me with that. Only now, number 2, only now, with Parliament shut down, Trudeau and his cabinet continues to run the government, issue government contracts, control the treasury, and negotiate on the world stage on Canada's behalf, but without any parliamentary oversight. So they are basically lawless. They can do whatever they want in this case. Is that a thing? How do you hold a government to account without a parliament? The police won't do it. They've more than proven that over 9 years of rampant government corruption and abuse. Number 3, the Governor General, who is supposed to ensure that Canada has a functioning government, gave Trudeau the green light to shut down or prorogue Parliament without triggering an election. Even as the country continues to unravel and as Canada's finances continue to spiral towards an inflationary debt and currency crisis, go ahead, get your party in order. Canada can wait. This is a paraphrase. Okay, so yeah, you do your thing, and Canada can wait while all the services, especially the health services, are under duress, are under severe stress. What a lovely gift from the Governor General. Also, that the same party that could have ousted Trudeau for 9 disastrous years, but didn't, has time to pick a new leader to continue to govern us. Remember, Trudeau's resignation does not automatically trigger an election, only a leadership race within the Liberal Party, lasting a minimum of 3 months, during which Trudeau still remains as Prime Minister. The winner of that race emerged to govern the country without having to face a general election open to all Canadians. I don't know much about politics. I am not the biggest expert, but I don't think that this the way that you allocate the power in a country like Canada, the size of Canada, with so many people like this, it's the proper way. It's like getting Kamala appointed as the candidate, but in this case, it's going to be the actual Prime Minister appointed. Throughout all this fiasco, there has not been a non-confidence vote to trigger the fall of the government. The Liberal Party retains its mandate to govern Canada despite their leadership race, because the other left-wing parties, NDP, Greens, and Bloc Québécois, continue to prop up Trudeau's Liberal government. So everybody is still propping up Trudeau for some reason. Cast Trudeau. And now, with Parliament prorogued, the other parties couldn't trigger a non-confidence vote even if they wanted to. They had their hands tied. So this is essentially a stalemate. And Trudeau will remain in power. Parliament would need to sit again before that can happen. Number 5, in other words, the Governor General, the only one who currently has the power to trigger an election, is keeping Canada in crisis in order to accommodate a political party that has lost all its legitimacy to govern. But guess who appointed the Governor General? Who appointed that Governor General? Yeah, Trudeau. And it gets worse. You thought it couldn't get worse, but it gets worse. Voting in the Liberal leadership race is open to children as young as 14. What? And to foreign nationals living in Canada that don't even have citizenship or residency. How is that even legal? What? What could possibly go wrong? A lot of things. Number 7, by shutting down Parliament, Trudeau has also effectively shut down the ongoing parliamentary investigation into foreign interference. Based on a government report, there are at least 11 MPs plus multiple support staff who have been compromised yet continue to work in our government. But the Liberals have refused to release their names or to fire them. It's like the Democrats in the United States who denied the motion to deport those illegal migrants who have been in this, let's say, that have committed crimes against children. Yes, Democrats voted against deporting criminals, illegal immigrants who committed crimes against children. How does that work? How do you justify that? You are equally demons. You are the ranch. The left worldwide has gone insane. All of them have gone insane. And now, thanks to Trudeau's prorogation stunt, we won't know their names ahead of the next election. Number 8, the Conservative Party is likely to challenge the prorogation of Parliament to try to trigger an immediate election. But 7 of Canada's 9 Supreme Court judges were appointed by Trudeau as well. And if the Conservatives comes to power under Pierre Poilievre, then when we finally do get another election, the legislation they want to pass requires the Senate to sign off on it. But 90 of Canada's 105 senators are appointed by Trudeau, with another 8 open seats that will likely also be filled by Trudeau during this transition period. My God. Oh my God. Yes, he still has the power to do that without parliamentary oversight. Number 10, at the 1 hour, 15 minutes and 50 seconds mark of his January 2nd YouTube interview with Jordan Peterson, Pierre Poilievre even openly admitted that because of the liberal bias in the Senate, the Conservatives need Canadians to help him pass legislation by becoming much more politically active. Specifically, he needs them to put pressure on their senators to motivate them to support his economic reforms. But what happens, like what happens in the UK, that people are disinterested. They are more interested in their daily survival. In daily survival, they don't want anything to do with politics. And that's why Keir Starmer is prime minister by a minority vote. It's sad. But I can understand, because I myself was just disengaged from politics for a long time. I really didn't care. Well, I don't care about this. Yeah, you don't care where things are going well, but when things are going bad, then you think that your vote doesn't matter. When your vote does matter, your vote always matters. It's too sad that you have to wait just so many decades, in my case, to realize that. How politics just model your country, it just affect everything that happens to you and your family and your community and the country at large. Too late. Is it too late for Canada? Is it too late for the UK? Is it too late for Europe? We hope that this change brought by Donald Trump winning these elections can have an effect on these countries. That might work in the US where senators are elected, but how do Canadians put pressure on senators when Canadian senators are appointed by the Prime Minister and serve for life or until age 75? Number 11, nonetheless, at the 24 mark of the same interview with Jordan Peterson, the leader of Canada's official opposition party, Pierre Poilievre, proudly proclaimed that we have the best system of government in the history of the world, the parliamentary system, not the best government, but the best system of government. How reassuring. This, I really hope to end in a high note, but it's not gonna be a high note. It's not gonna be a high note, right? Again, this is insane. Make sure that you follow Julius Ruschel on X if you want more insights about what's going on in Canada. Amazing thread, by the way. Well, I would love to know what do you think about this in the comments, which if you say that this is insane, I wouldn't blame you in the least, like at all. Oh my God. There's Yeah, it's the son of Fidel Castro. It's just, it shouldn't be any doubts about that. The guy is exactly like him. All right, so we're reaching the end of today's show. It was such amazing in many ways. We have done so many crazy topics. A couple of topics were gonna be left for tomorrow. And remember, if you want to, the members only live stream is going to be in around 40 minutes, 40 minutes. You already have the link. Yeah, there's no, oh, Jesus, I'm a member and I didn't get a notification. You have no excuse. You have the link in the description of this show. And if you want to become a member, you also have a link in the description to become a member of my channel. This has been great. We have so many fun comments, and you are the ones to give life to this show. That is a given, and thank you for that. My body language buddies, my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy, and until we meet tomorrow on episode, 57? 57. Remember the most important words: much love and bliss. Take care. Be safe. I love every single one of you. Bye-bye.